I once went on a sales call with my younger sister, and she had only spoken to this prospect on the phone a couple times as she tried to warm up the relationship and schedule an appointment. And she did that, and we walked in, and the client walked out and said, "I can't believe I finally get to meet you. Let me give you a hug." And standing right there, she hugged my sister, who she met for the very first time, because my sister had the ability through only her voice and only through prospecting to have a relationship where the customer felt like hugging her right out of the gate. And it's something about her energy. It's the known, liked, and trusted thing at the highest level. And it's the ability to generate a relationship of trust. And it looks like black magic and voodoo when some people do it, because they've got the ability to do that at such a high level, it's difficult to replicate. And it's hard to teach somebody how to do that because it's something that somebody is born with, and it's just in their DNA. It's what they're made of. And I tell you this story because sales right now is getting pulled in two directions. It's getting pulled up into super-relational, and it's getting pulled down mostly into super-transactional. And this is the difference between the hug test and between arm's length relationships. That's the difference. And I want to explain this to you because right now, most sales organizations and salespeople are getting pulled down to the bottom of the hourglass economy. And what this means is that your prospective clients want to treat you like a commodity, and they want to transact. They want to say price is the most important thing. So what they do is they have an arm's length relationship where we're not going to get close. I'm not going to know you. You're not going to know me. We're not going to know each other's business very well. I'm going to transact with you, which means I want information, I want pricing, and I want to look and say A and B are the same in both categories, so it's a wash. A is a slight bit better than B in this category, but it's essentially a wash. C looks exactly the same. It's a wash. So now I'm going to go down to the final row on my spreadsheet and say, let's look at price. This price is lower overall, so it's the greatest value. I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to hold you to your contract. You're probably going to be on my paper as your client, and I'm going to hold you to the specs, and I'm going to hold you to the commitments that you made here on an RFP. That's an arm's length relationship. And more people are trying to buy this way when they perceive you as a commodity. And we'll have to do another video of how to break out of that trap when you get the RFP. But the other way that people are getting pulled is up into super relational. And there are some people who value a trusted advisor. They value somebody that they know, like, and trust, and somebody that they can look at as part of their team. And they value someone with the insight and the business acumen and the situational knowledge in some area where they don't have that same experience or that same education, so that they can count on that person to do the thinking for them. And that's the hug test. So if you have clients that are at what I call level 4, you have clients where you walk in, you do work together, you hug that client when you get there, you hug them on the way out, or they hug you, because the relationship is a bond, and it's a trust, and it's you're part of my team and I count on you. And that's a very different relation. And I think it's important to look at this and decide, maybe you can't play for that level 4, that hug test relationship with every client. Maybe it's not possible. But where you can, you should strive for the kind of relationship where you're known, where you're liked, where you're trusted, and where you also have the advice, where you can act as counsel, where you can be part of their team, and where you can develop lifelong relationships where you own mind share, you own the relationship, and you own wallet share because you've earned the right to be there and because you're somebody that's on the team. So be careful what you do. And when you behave like you're transactional, you're going to be treated like you're transactional. And when you behave like you're super relational, some people are going to allow you to pass the hug test, and you're going to get so close that you're going to do great work for some group of people. I'm Anthony Iannarino. Hit the subscribe button. This is Everyday. So at some point today, Kevin Amici, a good friend of mine since I was 17 years old, is going to come over and pick up these pictures from the time that we spent in Los Angeles operating under the name Bad Reputation. This is the 25-year-old me at our photo shoot. A lot of things change. This is Ronnie Zinko, guitarist extraordinaire. More Ronnie Zinko. This is Kevin. Kevin will be stopping by to get these pictures. And this is Mike Fournier, who was our drummer. And I'm not sentimental about any of this, and I'm not romantic about it, even though we had the greatest time on earth playing in rock and roll bands when we were children. But Kevin has found the recordings that we made in Los Angeles, and he's turning them into a CD, and he wants to put a cover on it so that he can give his parents something for, I don't know, maybe it's for Mother's Day or something like that. But those are the picks.